Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes to the character of Rey in the movie. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, we are in the phase right now well before principal photography, just about 2 weeks, under 2 weeks away from when they begin filming for Episode 9 by director J.J. Abrams. However, that's not exactly what I want to talk about today. Today, I want to go over everything that has been happening in the background involving this movie. Now, you guys may remember the big plot leak back in May of 2018 of this year. Everybody was talking about it, and part of that leak actually consisted of Rey having a child that is, of course, also Ben's, alright, Kylo Ren's. It belongs to both of them. And this raised a lot of questions because months later, I believe it was in or around June, or just a month later, I should say. Yeah, it was like in June, when they actually casted a toddler, no gender, no specific gender actually told. However, it is rumored that it could be a male, but that's not even, confirmed yet. But nonetheless, it's a toddler that was cast with black hair that will be working with Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver. And this really is raising a lot of questions to the validity of that big plot leak back in May. Talking about Rey's child and how that's going to be a part of the entire plot and how Kylo Ren finds out and gets angry over it. Those are the core elements of the movie in the third act, apparently. And it also seems like it would leave open the idea for Disney and Lucasfilm to carry on the Solo / Skywalker bloodline, I guess, if you will. It would be more of a Solo thing, but looking at Episode 9, if you ask me, guys, if they were to do something like this with Rey's child, this is bringing back a lot of questions in The Last Jedi, specifically the hut scene. Now, I don't know if you guys think it's a good or a bad idea to have Rey's child in this movie, but a lot of people are translating that hut scene in The Last Jedi to a lot of the movie moments that you see in a lot of comedy and drama movies where, you have a girl and a boy, everything's getting hot and heavy in the room and the door opens, it's either the mother or the father, and they say, stop. That's how a lot of people translated the hut scene in Star Wars The Last Jedi, where, things seem to be getting hot and heavy between both Kylo and Rey. With the fire in the middle, they touch hands. Even Mark Hamill had said before that that's the closest thing to a cut to a sex scene. Even Rian Johnson said the same exact thing. And Luke Skywalker coming in, it's like the father saying, no, stop. That's how a lot of people are kind of translating that scene for a connection to Episode 9. Now, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that analogy and how, that hut scene was perceived by some fans out there. And I'm not quite sure if I can really agree with that, but I can see people's points of view on that, for sure. Now, if Rey's child were to be in Episode 9, I really don't know the purpose of it. I really wouldn't see a specific purpose in it, but it does actually connect to what Daisy Ridley said at the Oscars of 2016, I believe it was, where they were questioning about Rey's parents. I believe this was an MTV interview. Some MTV correspondent was asking her about Rey's parents, and, she was saying how she believes that Rey's parents aren't all that important. But in the sequel trilogy, what is important is where your character's going and who you're going to make babies with. And I think that right then and there connects right to these Episode 9 leaks and the casting of the toddler that will be working with both, of course, Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver. Now, we're not quite sure, once again, on the gender. It could be a female, it could be a male, but I think that if they really wanted to do this, yes, like I said before, earlier in this video, I think it does leave open the possibility, if they really want to continue the Star Wars trilogy movie format in a generational family way again, they gotta have a child there to bring it open and about. And I could see why Disney and Lucasfilm would do that. Now, we do know that there are 2 other trilogies on the horizon. We have Rian Johnson's trilogy, and we also have the Game of Thrones creators and their set of Star Wars movies, which will indeed consist of a trilogy. Hopefully it's the Old Republic. I'm hoping that. But if they really wanted a trilogy, let's say 20 years down the road, if Star Wars is still a thing, right? Let's say 10, 15, 20 years from now, they want to do another Star Wars trilogy based on characters that are connected to Rey and Kylo and Finn, Poe, you name it, whatever it may be, that would be the possibility, is to have, you know, Rey having a child in Episode 9. And again, this movie is going to take place quite a while after The Last Jedi, so the possibilities are open, and the possibilities are pretty much endless. Now, I don't know what you guys think about Rey having a child as a good or a bad thing. How do you guys see the Hutt scene in The Last Jedi? Do you agree with some of the fans out there of that little analogy, that little translation of the scene? Like, it's like Luke Skywalker's the parent barging in through the door and seeing things are going on between a boy and a girl, and he says, "Stop." You know, it seems like something like that. I could see people's points of view. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.